is you're going to find out, like me, that you had Amazon One since 2000, the healthcare 2020 that cost you $199 a year, that you had three Apple TV Plus accounts that you didn't know about. Yes. This is an easy way to save money and not miss it. So like dry January, where you might calibrate your drinking, this is a way to save money and send a signal.
I mean, I also feel that their actions have seemed to be worse. I mean, they are the executives that stood shoulder to shoulder with Donald Trump at his inauguration, which was an appalling spectacle. But I think Tim Cook was at the White House in a tuxedo the day after Alex Preddy was killed. Why do they act so immune to the things that enrage not 30, 40% of Americans, but 67% of Americans don't approve of Donald Trump?
Well, I can tell you what they tell me, and I have empathy for them, is that they're a fiduciary for shareholder value, and they just want to wait this guy out. And while they may not agree with all his actions, that a good autocrat and kleptocrat does a very good job of punishing anyone that goes first. So everyone is kind of scared to speak out. In addition, if you'll notice, the people who he parades around have avoided tariffs, might get carve-outs from Chinese tariffs, might get a government-backed program that helps pay for their data centers or their chips programs. But the logical or the retort is the following. You have some fidelity, or you should have some loyalty to fair markets, to civil rights, to American values that have made you a billionaire and built these incredible companies. And what I try to do, and I've spoken to about 20% of the CEOs on the list, is appeal to their emotions. And that is, these are all older men. You're going to be dead soon. When when your kids are around you towards the end, do you want to be known as the guy who got your shareholder value up 3% or 10%? Or do you want to be known as the guy that did the right thing, even when it was really hard? So for the life of me, Nicole, I can't understand why these guys, this is such an incredible opportunity to demonstrate some leadership and speak out and have the 70% of the American public stand up and say, right on, brother. So to me, this is not only the wrong decision, it's an economic opportunity for one of them to take a leadership stand.
I hear the same excuse, and I was obsessed with trying to find out where the padded room was, where people were studying the first years of Putin, because Putin didn't start the way he is now, right? And neither did Orban. And it was pretty hard to get anyone to admit that they were studying what the early years of autocracy would be like. And I was so angry that companies didn't seem to feel, or at least wouldn't say publicly, that they had any skin in the game in the country having